In iOS, there are usually multiple ways to accomplish a task, and it can be handy to know the several ways to do something in case a bug comes in iOS, for example, which prevents one of the ways from working. At the time of this recording, with the release of iOS 26.2, the toolbar that is present in the Mail Compose window that allows you to access things like writing tools for using AI and formatting options and the ability to attach a file, among others, is not detected by VoiceOver. And so in order to accomplish these tasks, one has to use other ways, whether those be the edit item of the rotor, for example, or in the case of attaching files, using the Files app, which is what I'm going to demonstrate for you in this iBug Byte. So first, let me show you what I mean about this toolbar not being present with VoiceOver in iOS 26.2, and hopefully this will be resolved quickly by Apple. But in the meantime, as of the time of this recording in December of 2025,
New message button.
if I open this new message window,
Keyboard visible. 2. Message content. Message body.
I touched on the screen to quickly jump to the message body field. I'm going to double tap to open it and make it editable.
Keyboard visible.
And now there should be this toolbar. However, if I move my finger down,
Message body. The space.
I'm just moving it down the screen, and you hear from the message body field simply the keyboard. And so that toolbar is not present. And even if you use VoiceOver's screen recognition function, you still cannot activate these toolbar items. And so, in order to attach a file, you need to use the Files app. I'm going to move into the Files app now. After canceling the composition of this new message, I'm going to go into the Files app that's in my app switcher.
App switcher. Mail. Active. Files. Active. Actions available.
I just flicked to the left in the case of my app switcher in order to get to Files, and now I'll double tap.
Files.
And I've already navigated to a folder that contains a file that I wish to attach for this demo. This is a European Union health certificate for traveling to Croatia with a dog, something that I used for an earlier trip. I'm going to flick a few times to reach the list of files in this folder.
Croatia over negative 16 weeks owner nongum. PDF document. 1/20/25, 993 kilobytes. Actions available.
And so here's the document that I wish to attach. So now I am going to, since actions are available, I could have activated the context menu with a double tap and hold or a triple tap. But because the actions are available, I am going to flick down in this case. Since the actions rotor item is in focus, I'm going to flick down repeatedly until I reach the share item.
Activate copy, move, share.
And there it is. I'm going to double tap.
Croatia over negative image, a chart with text. Print more button. Actions available.
And I just touched on the screen to focus on this share sheet. I want to, in this case, select mail. And so based on where I landed when I touched near the center of the screen, I am going to have to flick to the left a few times to reach mail.
Mail button. Actions available.
The amount of flicking that you will need to do and what your options are will depend on which apps you have installed that support sharing. But in this case, I am now on the mail item and I will double tap.
Image cancel button.
And now a new message has opened. And if I check the message body,
The Croatia over negative 16 weeks owner non-com PDF 993 kilobytes button.
just touching on the screen, there is the button for my attachment. So indeed, it has been attached this way by using an alternate method, that is by using the Files app and sharing from the Files app to the Mail app. I hope this is helpful to you, especially during the time of this bug. But even after it gets resolved, I hope that this is helpful for you in perhaps reminding you of a different way of performing what may have been a familiar task in another way. So happy attaching files to your email.